and welcome back to this episode of Tales from the Crypt, Season 3, Episode 2, Carrion Death. One of my favorite. Again, I watched that one when I was a child and got great memories from this one. Great characters. Basically two. Storyline very simple. You got this thief played by MacLachlan who just escaped and wants to go to Mexico. Got a lot of money, killed people. It's implied that he's quite crazy in the head. He might be a serial killer too. And the second character is that motorcycle cop following him through the desert. So it really showcases the Western tropes of the fleeing guy, the chase, and the landscapes are great in the desert. And a third character becomes between them, which is a vulture, the carrion bird. And the music is great. Photography is great, the acting is awesome. It's the total opposite of the first episode. Really opposed. And even the bad guy, the crazy guy, is charming in his way, because he might be a motherfucker, he might be a cruel killer, cold killer. We like him because he's funny and we really want to see him do it through the desert. But the problem is, to some point in the middle of the episode, after some fight and chasing, the cop finally catches up a thief in some kind of old, dry, forgotten pub in the middle of nowhere, and they fight, and to some point the cop manages to put the handcuffs on the hand of the thief, but the thief grabs his gun, shoots him, and the cop dies. So that's a macabre idea. What would you do if you were chained, attached to that body, and a heavy body? This is like a feat. Will he escape? Will he make it? Will he make it? Will he drag a body to Mexico? What will he do? So, what option would you choose? What is questionable is the fact that later in the episode, when he's completely exhausted, suffering from the heat, just now I got the idea of cutting the head of the cop after dragging so many miles. But this scenario, the choice of keeping that let's drag him, is funny because even though, and this is a feat per scene, even though he's the only character, there is a lot of monologue. He's speaking alone. He speaks to the body. Well, it is entertaining, and the action scenes were great because the director is known for being a writer of great action movies from the 80s, Die Hard, Commando. So, really a skilled guy for that episode. And it's funny, action-full, and it's visually entertaining. The landscapes are great. It's raw. And the vulture is the animality present. Always the violence. But the vulture is a smartass. He's not interested in the dead body of the cop. Strangely enough, he's following that MacLachlan character. So, shortly before the end, get the idea of building an axe. So picks up some wood stick, invents an axe, and try to cut the wrist of the cop. But he's so suffering from dehydration and hallucinations that he cuts himself deeply. Cuts his right hand, right wrist, and it's well, pretty intense and visual stuff in Tales from the Crypt. A kind of gory effect, and there's some goofs. I can't escape that goof when he falls, the hand's cut off, and yet the shots are quite awkward because we can see his hand when it's falling. The two or three shots we can see, so they didn't edit that better. But anyway, the effects, the special effect right after is quite interesting when his neck is going away. It's quite painful to see that. And finally, all alone, no hand, the right hand is gone, he's paralyzed, and face to the sky, who's coming down? The vulture is flying down, and I got good memories because when I watched that on TV, it was censored. It was cut just right after the bird eats, and you see splashing blood, but we didn't see the flesh, the eyes being taken out, and all these traveling shots in the ending is brilliant. Helicopter, I guess they use a helicopter to do so, or I don't know, they are going far up. So that ending is great. You can't escape. You are a bad guy. You kill people. You want to be a reptilian, and here is the animal who wants you. He's interested in you. And this is the Carrion Death. Carrion Death. I was a bit long on that, but really, Carrion Death is one of my favorite. Great music too, and this should have been #1 from season 3. Something memorable. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for episode 3.